get into the game. Mase, I got to ask you, we started a little discussion yesterday. All the Shannon Sharpe stuff, for those who are watching this new episode, basically he was being accused of sexual assault. On the side, he tried to offer the victim $10 million. She declined it. Now they're trying to take 50. She declined it. Oh, he offered, yes, $10 million. They declined it. They want $50 million out of the case. Audio files have been released. Text messages have been released. He released the video.
What is saying the audio? Because I want to make sure what I heard
something
was what
about choking her, and she was like, I don't want to be choked. And he was like, yes, you do. But he's claiming it was an edited audio file. It's a lot of different parts. And I know for the audience, I'm summing it up. If you want to know more details, it is online. But Mase.
His new, and also Mace's new audio came out yesterday. He said, "You want a big back? I put a big black baby in you."
Man.
He said, "A little white girl put a big black baby in you," or something to that effect.
Wow. This is a lot. Where do we start? The girl is 19. Yes. He's how old?
54 or 56, one of the 50.
Let's just say 50, in the late 50s, right? So he's in his late 50s, she 19. This is a lot. This is a lot because I know when I'm hearing people, they're like, well, this wouldn't have happened with a black girl. Let's start right there. With a black girl, he probably would have paid child support. There's a lot of things. It would have been easier. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not for this, but it would have been easier with a black girl if let's say she was from the projects. Her name was LaTanya. You know. He wouldn't have been paying what he's paying. I just know that much. Y'all think I be laughing? I'm not trying to see. This is why I don't talk. Y'all don't think I'm not trying to make light. This is a serious matter, right? This is a real serious matter. Let's make it serious because I'm not trying to joke. People would say that a man only end up here when he's being arrogant, right? When people get a bunch of money, they think they could do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been rich. I'm rich. Killer's rich. He's been rich. You know, a lot of people been rich and they still are rich, but I don't think we've ever gotten to the place where we're takers. You know, this is what I'm getting at. And for him to offer 10 million says that there might be some truth to this because I'm not offering nobody no 10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason the 10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the 10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right? Why y'all keep laughing? I know this is why they flew me back in. They wanted to know my take. But listen, all jokes aside, if the girl said I want 10, this may be the lawyer, right? Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? And the guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on him. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
About college.
Yeah, this is your Thurgood Marshall right here. Him right there. For real? Yeah, that nigga worth a lot of money. You know how guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. And he was like, 10 is my 10. You got to put in your number for yourself. That don't have nothing to do with mine. 10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you, I ain't been out the streets that long. I know this is how peace think, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody's watching this and you know that behavior, you just put it in the chat and say it's Mase lying. And then another thing I want to look at in this whole entire case, right? I heard something about 50 or 25,000 a cheek.
25,000 a cheek.
That's what she texted him. She need 25,000 per cheek.
What are you doing with a cheek to pay 25? No, this is a lot. Paul, this is a lot to unpack. Just really thinking about it from an objective point of view. We pray all of this is like a fallacy or some kind of hoax or something like this because he was about to get a bunch of money. And you know, when you're about to get a bunch of money, people that hate on you just wait until you're about to get that money and rain on your parade. But we can't say that. And that's why I wanted to say it, to get Stats' opinion. I knew when I said that she was going to go, yeah. No, you can't be on your way to 100 million. I keep telling Killer, right? And niggas picking these kind of girls. You can't do that. We talked about this with Ant-Man. We talked about this with several players. You just can't do that. You about to get 100 million. You can't throw it away for IG model. Is she an IG model?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. How does that work?
She got her separate account and she do her thing on there and people pay.
Is that the one like when people show their feet?
You can. It's whatever the client wants.
So just think about this. What can he do at this point? What can he do at this point?
Yeah, I pay.
He's not wrong.
I don't want him to pay, but he already made an offer.
Who told him that?
Huh?
Who told him to make an offer?
I don't know. It must be bad if you want to make an offer.
I'm not making no offer. Niggas can say what they want. I'm not making no offer. Listen, I'm going to court. You gotta get it through the courts.
Yeah, listen.
That's how you supposed to do it. I'm not giving up no money.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like she wanted abuse. To be fair about it, she wanted anal sex and got mad because he didn't put a condom on. It sounded like she wanted some. I was put it like this. My personal opinion is what I was rocking with. I was rocking with Shannon. Like, this is shakedown because he moved from Cali to Nevada. She moved from Cali to Nevada, and I was obviously 100% saying this some fucked up shit until I found out he offered money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I was pretty much just having fun, but pause, after you say he offered 10, that changes everything.
Yeah, and then what he said also, I don't know if you know this part, when he made his statement, he said I believe what they're trying to do is going to be 30 seconds of a sex tape that comes out that's going to try and make me look bad. If you want to do everything, he said, I don't have the tape. But if you want to show everything, show the whole 10 minutes. He said, but 30 seconds of this tape makes him look really bad. So now we got audio of him saying he's choked her. Once he's going to choke her. And he says some slick shit to her that little white girl, I put a black baby in you now, a violent 30 seconds of sex tape supposed to come out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if I hope all of this is untrue. If it is true, then they gotta do something about this. If ESPN can endure this, then they should give guys like Paul Pierce his job back. They should give Matt Barnes his job back.
Yep.
And even Michael Irvin, our own Michael Irvin, should get his job back.
Yeah.
If people are not just gonna, honor what they supposed to honor, to me, I believe that he should keep his job if he's innocent. But if he's guilty and ESPN keeps him, then ESPN need to give all those people their job back. But I don't really know how this is going to turn out.
That's very true.
And I saw really was the interview with Stephen A. when he was speaking of it. And I was watching it very carefully, Killer.
Stephen A. said something about this already?
Yeah, because Stephen A., he didn't stand with Shannon Sharpe like he stood with Jay-Z. When he heard about Jay-Z, he said, the guy I know, this is not true. When it came to Shannon, he was like, I wasn't there.
Yo,
in a nutshell, yeah.
I gotta keep it ecstatic, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't there for Jay-Z neither. You wasn't there for Jay-Z. You were not there for Jay-Z, but you went out on a limb because of the character of guy you know. So I'm not saying that you're wrong for that. I'm saying I would have thought that the same standard would be there, right? If for a guy you work with every day. Or not every day, but, you know.
Damn near.
And I'm not taking a shot at Stephen A. It's just an observation.
It does sound like you was taking shots at Stephen A. From what you said, I didn't see Stephen A. shit, but what I'm gathering, what you said from Stephen A. said, he basically said, I don't know the nigga like that.
Well, I ain't putting my hundreds of millions on the line for him.
Yeah, he like, no, I want to hire the nigga. He a little freaky nigga. I don't really know the nigga that well. So whatever happened or whatever happens. I already know Stephen A. He one of them people like, this is going to interfere with me. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Stephen A. is corporate.
He said, I recruited Shannon, but I'm not the boss. Basically, the other higher-ups have to deal with it. That's what he said, verbatim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, basically.
Is that throwing him under the bus?
Not a little bit, but not really.
In the streets, it's throwing you under the bus.
Yes.
But for corporate, he's not, because he's like, I hired you, and if I hire you and you do something crazy,
right,
then now ESPN is going to look at me when I bring somebody new in here like, can we trust my decision making? And I need them to know.
Right.
I brought them here on talent. I didn't bring them here on morals and principles, because you got to remember this whole situation, as the history goes, a couple months into the deal when he brought him in there was already an allegation. You know what I'm saying? So now with this coming out, it's just like the second thing, because remember, there's the tape. And Walt Disney can't do that.
Mm-hmm. I agree with the part you said. Niggas that they fired for less.
Yeah, they fired a lot of people for less.
Yeah. Stephen A. said, I don't know the nigga, huh? I got to go watch that. That's
yeah, but the messed up part is the $100 million. I hope he really get that $100 million. Well, let me ask you something, Killer. If you had $100 million on the table and a joint from back in the days just say, you know what, I need 50. Mm-hmm. When you didn't wild out, but you said some things on tape you wasn't supposed to say. Not that you did, but and she said, I need 50. What would be your response?
Take it to trial. I don't got $1, yo. I ain't got $1 for none of them old bitches. Yo, listen, man. That's why I got an iPhone 3. I got everything. And I got it all. I got 3 desktops full of information, all my phones. I got Nextel flip phones. I got all that because I know for a fact that it's a lot of angry women that things may not have worked out between not just me, anybody.
Yeah.
And then you come up and then they're mad about this is a recent situation. Yeah. You're right. You're 100% right. It's a bunch of females that been back in the days. Not like I said, don't even gotta be me and be like, oh, this nigga up, he don't remember he did this, he did that to me, he did this. You have to keep your receipts, yo. Everything, especially if you're right. If you're right, you have to. We're just in that world.
Yeah.
Think about this, even with the Puff shit, right? Lawsuit was coming out every 90 seconds. Every 90 seconds a lawsuit was coming out to the point where they're like, ain't Jay-Z his man? Throw him in. You know what I'm saying? Like it started getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, this is a scary time for players.
Yeah,
man. It's a real scary time.
That's the whole thing. I don't think it's a scary time for players. Me personally, I think it's a scary time for niggas who don't know how to move right.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say person like Puff, and I ain't jinxing nobody. I don't know his personal shit. Might be a little bit of karma with the shit he got going on. But when you somebody in newfound success, like I talked about this yesterday when you wasn't here, he has a different success now than from football. You attract a different audience. You got to know how to move. You got to know how to move when you're an athlete. I don't know, man. It's good that you gave it a take. I think that your take was really good. I'd say, but I had to say yesterday, I don't really have much to say today.
Yeah. Last thing I'll add, 2025, I said it before, I'll say it again. Healing. Hope people figure it out because there's a lot going on. And I promise y'all, this is not the start.
And then also, Mace, real quick, because Stat also said if you play in the snow, let it go.
Don't know how it's going to go.
You're not going to know how it's going to go. But she says she play in the snow.
I didn't say that. I didn't answer.
All right.
Yeah, everybody want to play in the snow till it's a blizzard.
Till it's a blizzard, it's crazy.
That blizzard comes, you're like, what I'm doing out here?
It's definitely a blizzard for niggas.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you gotta still. I mean, you got a lot of money. You can't really date in the snow unless you're gonna marry. That is because they don't play by the same rules. They didn't have the same upbringing. So their mindset is to do whatever you ask, because when it goes wrong, they're gonna want their half.
Yeah. I'm not even going to just say it's just the snow thing. Even just to this case, like ESPN, like if you are working for Disney, there's no Disney after dark. Like you have to know your role. I'm just saying,
You're
like
right.
you
That's
got to know
very
what
true.
role you're in. Like certain people can do different things. You cannot do that over there. Not with Mickey Mouse. That's the problem.
Not with Goofy.
Not with Goofy.
Well, see, that's the thing about it too. Not to cut you guys off. The money that he's part of negotiating has nothing to do with ESPN. He's just a talent on First Take 3 days a week. The money he's supposed to get is from Club Shay Shay, Nightcap. He got Bubba Dub's show. He has another show with somebody else. He has like 4 or 5 different shows. Mm-hmm. And the money that he's being offered has nothing to do with ESPN. So if this money, it's one thing getting fired from ESPN. If that's the case, like I said, I'm not wishing that on anybody.
Right.
But this contract that he's about to negotiate is from all his shows outside of ESPN, the internet. This has nothing to do with it. And that just goes to show how powerful that shows on the internet are. We talk about Stephen A. getting $100 million working for ESPN or something close to it. And Shannon Sharpe is supposedly getting the same amount of money Stephen A. Smith is doing. And he's not even on regular linear television. That just goes to show when you work hard and do your shows on the internet, the check will eventually come. He got 4 or 5 different shows. That's where the money's coming from.
So he should still be able to get the 100 then.
Depend on
Because it
that.
ain't ESPN. Because every take that we're given is based on ESPN. If you're saying if that don't come from ESPN, then he should still be able to get some of that.
What?
I mean, what I'm saying is this. Like, let's say, for instance, I still think he'll get a lot of money, but the people he's negotiating probably will cost him a few.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's going to be 100, but you take this 67 because we going to lose a couple sponsorships behind this, possibly. He's still going to get the money, in my opinion. It's just about is he still going to be a face of ESPN. And the Shannon Sharpe, he probably like, whatever, niggas ain't giving me that much money anyway. That's not where the bulk of his money is coming from.
Yeah, and as we move away from Shannon Sharpe, just the idea of what's going on, right? We also got to start paying attention, fellas, when they're telling you it's a civil suit. Don't feel like that's just a civil suit. If it's civil suit, but it's something criminal, it could turn criminal really fast. They're just using the civil suit to knock down a lot of your money. I'm seeing this happen with a lot of rappers, a lot of athletes, and people are not paying attention to that. Another way that people are just green to the streets, that's just one entity trying to walk away some of your money so that when they double back and say, well, this was you did this over here, because 9 times out of 10, if one girl say something, then somebody else gonna come say something, because they're like, people are getting paid, and people are getting paid for nothing, and I really got some issues. Or they may really have a text or really have a message, and it's like, I don't know what to do or what to tell fellas now. You probably want to get married. That's probably your best bet. Just from the outside looking in.
And that is that, y'all. So now we got to talk about the Rockets versus the Warriors, straying away from all the things. There's more, but we're going to go to the game. So
Yeah.
What's more?
I just feel like there's a lot going on.
What's the more?
That's crazy.
People getting deported, like
Not deported.
a lot of people in the States.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why I said this is a
stock
freaky
market is
week.
crashing.
Oh, you mean
like,
the world period?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you
the
meant
Pope just died. Like nothing is making
you said
sense.
the shit was over. Retrograde.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
You said it was over.
I did,
What
but
happened to retrograde?
I don't
This
know.
is retrograde
this
stat.
is reverse retrograde because
This
it's
is
just
not
been going
retrograde.
bad. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Sin can tell you that. Also spoke on his relationship with Michael Jordan and Kobe. He said him and Kobe never had a real relationship until they played in the Olympics together. Then they were like family once he retired and he became a Laker. As far as MJ, he said they don't really talk, but he thinks that's because he is still playing and hopes they talk more when he is done. And he said that probably won't happen until he's done and he doesn't have to look at him running up and down wearing the number 23 jersey. And every time LeBron's name is mentioned, it's mentioned with his. So, Mase, is it surprising to you that they don't talk, or did you kind of expect this given also MJ's competitive nature?
You see how you worded that question, or is it because of MJ's competitive nature? Why it can't just be they don't talk because he's playing and both of them are busy.
It could be that too.
But it's not the way you asked it.
But also, I'll add this. He said, even if you don't know him personally, he's one of the most ruthless competitors around. So that was just a question to be asked. LeBron's words. That's all.
Yeah, I think Jordan would be a great person for LeBron to speak to, as well as LeBron could be a great conversation for Jordan. So I think they both can glean from the conversation. It's always great when two people that are competitive at something, as long as they could separate the differences, can speak to one another, because he probably could teach him something in business. One person probably could teach him something in marriage. I think just both of them have a lot of equity to share within the conversation. And it's always great when you're operating at a high level to be talking to people that are high level people, because the conversation is different.
I don't think Mike fucked with too many people, period, whether it's LeBron or anybody else.
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley maybe, and some other niggas that gamble. Mike, you don't see Mike fraternizing with a lot of people whatsoever. If you ever, like I said, watch The Last Dance as well, we can see the competitive nature competitive person Michael Jordan is. He didn't let his security leave in a game of flipping quarters until he won. He's just like that. I don't think it's much to read into that. I think this is the way Mike is. I think this is the way Mike always was. And it's nothing new. Sometimes it's one of those situations where you don't, when they like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Mike don't even want to learn the new tricks. And the second thing is this, that Mike don't really fuck with nobody. If you watch The Last Dance, who did he fuck with? He dissed his own teammates. He was dissing his teammates. It's crazy. So the point being is it's not much to look into here. And you're not one of them people Murder might be like, yo, y'all could build and y'all probably could do some things. Braun got $1 billion, Mike got a few billion. I'm cool.
Yeah, Mike, and both of them are probably like, it's too late to have close friends like that. It's like whoever you've acquired along the way, that's kind of who you have. Like, sometimes I think it's like that. And as you get older, people are just different types of people. Like, Mike is probably like a self-sufficient person. Like, everything is right there. And LeBron is more like a person. He wants to be surrounded with people that help him do the things that he's doing. So then those two don't actually go together. It's almost like putting Tupac with DJ Khaled. They wouldn't be together because they're just two different entities that don't flow together. And I think it doesn't make neither one of them wrong. It's just they're just totally different.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't even think it's a LeBron thing. If you look at MJ, and it was a great story that he told, and I'll let y'all guys Google it. But if you look at the story that he said it's Kobe's ceremony, he almost was like, "Fuck is Kobe doing calling me at 8 in the morning asking questions about basketball?"
Yeah.
But it was like he said he grew to love Kobe. You know what I'm saying? But Kobe was interested. Kobe wanted to talk to Mike. Kobe wanted to find out knowledge. Kobe wanted to see what he was doing to be great. And Mike's attitude was like, "Yo, I was playing baseball at that time. I can't even give you no answers on basketball." But it was very funny to see his personality, no matter who it was. So I wouldn't look too much into this.
Okay.
Like with that conversation, like, because I know a lot of times people say Mike is competitive. Like, did we ever find out why? And we may have covered this, but why wasn't LeBron there for the statue revealing, or why wasn't LeBron there at the funeral? These are things that I think people need to start looking into so they can have a more well-rounded approach of what they're talking about. Not to kick no dirt on LeBron, just he may be just as competitive. He's just not as vocal about his competitiveness.